Hi there, it is Jo here at Minerva, and I would like to add to our zip series of tutorials on how to put in different types of zips. Sometimes if you're watching a sew along, you don't always get the detail that you need to put a zip in really accurately, especially if it's a first time for you. So you can hop out of the sew along, come and have a look at the zip tutorial, and then go back to the sew along. Today I'm doing quite a specific type of zip insertion, which is a lapped zip. A lap zip is often seen on vintage clothes and vintage wear, and it's a technique where your seam allowances are treated in different ways, so you're not having an equal amount of seam allowance on both sides. For this you need to use a dress zip, which is a zip with the zipper at the front, the teeth at the front, and it's smooth on the back. The lap is normally on the front of your item, so if you've got a circle skirt, for example, you want the lap to cover the zip so that if you look at someone from the front, it just looks like they're wearing a skirt and the zip is hidden underneath the lap. Let's see how you do it. Sew the seam below the zip as usual with the 1.5 centimetre seam allowance. You need a dress zip, that's the one with the pull on the front, and we're going to measure 12 millimetres or half an inch on one side of the seam allowance, and this is the seam allowance that is going to be underneath the lap. I'm going to use my hot hammer over on the ironing board to press that in place. On the other side, this is going to be the lapped piece. This has a different measurement, so this one is 15 millimetres or 5/8 of an inch. And I'm going to do a press on this side as well. Your lap can go whichever way you decide. Just know that the 5/8 one is the one that's going to be the lap. Again, I'm going to be accurate in my pressing, and this I will do at the ironing board. Now you can take your zipper and slide it under the side that has the 12mm seam allowance. You need to make sure you've got your allowance at the top as well, depending on where your zip needs to be positioned from your pattern instructions, and you can pin the zip in place. You need the teeth to be running along the edge of the fold. Take care at the bottom that it's all nice and square. Now you can sew this seam. Bit closer now, so let's see, you need to bring now the other side, the one that has 15mm seam allowance, and your fold of that needs to meet the line of stitching from the first row. Just take care at the bottom to get it all nice and flat. It's a good idea to tack this one in place because you don't want it to blow out and expose the zipper teeth. You want to keep it as a lapped zip. Especially at the top. Here is the zip enclosed. I've used red thread, but you can use matching thread and it will look 10 times better. So here it is. Got one side lapped and the other side close to the teeth, and your lap should cover the zip. It's not a zip insertion that's used as much anymore, but it is a nice one to know, because then if you do choose a vintage pattern or a reproduction of a vintage pattern, then you can put that authentic zip feature in. If you've tried a lap zip, then we'd love to hear about it. If you know another way to do it, we can leave a comment below, and you can also check out the rest of our zip series. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.